Yes, guys, hope we're doing well. Welcome back yet again. Welcome back to the Corey AFC channel. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Big up everyone tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Literally 2 clicks, literally 2 presses with your finger, bro, and it costs you absolutely nothing. So big up everyone who does that on your way in. But today, the season's almost done. The transfer news is hella heating up. If you're seeing everything else that's going on, players already getting deals are getting done. Like today, Hoyson. It looks like he's going Real Madrid. Verts has been contacted by Liverpool. Bro, you would think the transfer window, you would think the season's done. The transfer window is fully open. But today, listen, Arsenal have not had a great season. There's hella holes in this squad that need to be fixed, which is why today we're going to do a top 5 players that this club need to buy, in players and in positions that I think, whether that's backup, whether that's up front, whether that's backup, whether that's starting position, I'm going to give you my top 5 positions that need to be addressed this summer. And we're going to get straight into it right now. So starting off, number 5 on the list. And I know what people are going to say. It's the most hated position that Arsenal fans, it's probably the second most position we bought since Arteta's come to this club in 2019. And no, they're telling you right now, there is not a single, no left backs are on this list. Thank God we got enough of them. But another position that we just or unfortunately you're gonna have to buy. Yes, guys, we need another goalkeeper. We need another goalkeeper, bro. Obviously, Neto is going back to Bournemouth or Girona. I don't know where the fuck he's going, bro. Honestly, we should have left him in Girona after that goal he conceded. The guy played 1 game for Arsenal this season. He played that nothing Champions League game in the group phase. Forget that, bro. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Neto. So Neto is gone. He's going back on loan. So that means we need another goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper that has been linked consistently is Juan I don't know, is it Jean Garcia? Bro, I've literally got a little like fucking list. It's like a little it's mad. It's actually like a little shopping list. It's mad. Little name is Jean Garcia. I think it's for Valladolid, La Liga goalkeeper. And as most players in La Liga do, they got a release clause. I think his is about 20 mil euros. So it's going to be cheap. So goalkeeper for me, backup goalkeeper is 100% on the list. I'm happy with David Raya. The only thing I need to say about Raya, brother, stop going off your line. The amount of times, even the amount of attempted chips is embarrassing, bro. The amount of times I see this guy attempted to get chipped or has been chipped, I've seen it happen against, what's it called? The main one, bro, that Palace one. Oh my lord, man. This guy needs to stop playing like he's Neuer too. The amount of times I see this guy literally, when he doesn't have the ball, the guy plays as like a center back because like Arteta has him play as like a passing option, bro. So this guy will pass the ball and then he'll go to like the corner of his fucking box to be a passing option. I'm like, bro, you're the goalkeeper. I get playing out the back, cool, but you don't need to go all the way out there because not even if just you lose the ball. If other players lose the ball, you can get chipped. That's exactly what happened against Palace. So goalkeeper, number 5 on the list. Backup goalkeeper, it's probably going to be Joan Garcia. It's probably one of the worst kept secrets in the world. All right, moving on to number 4 on the list now. Now, this is something I ain't seen a lot of people talk about, but for me, this is one of my personal ones that I think. So is number 3 as well, but we'll save that. For me, listen, what I've seen over the last couple years, I've seen, obviously this season, Gabriel's been injured. Got injured against Fulham in April. Out for the season. Hamstring injury. Cool. Not the season before that, but the season before, the first season we challenged for the title, against Sporting, Europa League, Saliba got injured. Out for the season. Boom. So 2 of our last 3 seasons, we've had our main centre backs go out injured for a good month or 2 and been out for the season and during crunch time. So for me, and listen, I'm not Kivior's biggest fan. Yeah, he did good against Real Madrid, but I think you've seen the level he's at against PSG. For me, a backup center back is absolutely needed. And not just any backup center back, because that just means this club will go out and buy another Kivior. Because Kivior is just any other center back, any backup. Kivior is the center back you buy, like, you know he's a backup. For me, this club needs to go buy a center back that can come in and keep that level high. And also, there's hella links with R2 as well. Gabriel's got Saudi links, and those haven't just like come up this year. There were Saudi links last year as well, the summer before the start of last season. Saliba, obviously, he's got the interest in Real Madrid. I'm not surprised. One of the best young center backs in the world. But they just signed Hoyson, so inshallah, that means they'll stay away for a couple of years. Please, I beg. Hopefully, they only come back for Saliba if Hoyson doesn't work out, because Hoyson's younger than Saliba. The kid's like 20. And he's Spanish as well, so no duh that he was going to go there. But for me, a backup center back is absolutely needed because I don't think Kivior is the levels. I think Ben White long-term future is right back. Same thing with Timber, because Timber was a center back at Ajax. Came in, he's become a fullback. Played right and left. So I think Ben White's future is there. Arteta doesn't look like he's interested in using Calafiori as a center back. He wants to use him as a left back. I don't know what is it with this guy and turning players into and moving players around positions. The amount of defenders we have that have swapped positions. Ben White came to Arsenal, played the first season center back, moved to right back next season, hasn't looked back since. Timber, center back at Ajax, came to Arsenal, played left back, played right back. Guys played everywhere. Guys played both sides of fullback. Calafiori played in a 3 at Bologna and for Italy, played as a center back. Come to Arsenal. What do? Straight at left back, boy. It's ridiculous. So for me, a backup center back is needed, but not just any backup center back. A center back who can come in and keep that level there. And that may be difficult with a backup because Arsenal have the best defense in the league and one of the best defenses in Europe. So keeping that level high may require you to probably spend more money on a backup than you would want. But the amount, and it's crazy to say because of the amount of defenders we have, but half of our defenders are fullbacks when you really deep it. Ben White, like I said, Ben White, Timber, Calafiori, even Miles Lewis-Skelly, he's a midfielder, naturally. He's playing left back. So for me, we don't have that much center back cover. So center back, backup center back for me, a big something we need to get and improve on in this summer. All right, moving on to number 3. Number 3 on the list. We finally hit the top 3. The top 3 positions Arsenal need to improve in this summer. And the first 2, the top 2, we're like, if you have a brain, you know what they are. But number 3 for me, yeah, this not just applies to a certain person, but it applies to both of the positions. We're moving into midfield now. For me, this club needs to go out and get another creative midfielder because when you look at the list of midfielders at this club, first of all, we only have 5, which is crazy. Which is crazy when you deep it. Jorginho's gone. Obviously, Zubamendi's going to come in. That's plug and play, so that's replaced. Other than that, you've got Rice, you've got Partey, who could be leaving as well. You got Odegaard, and then you got Odegaard, Partey, Rice, Jorginho, who's plugged in play, and who's the last midfielder we have, bro? Why am I fucking blanking? Who the fuck is the last midfielder we have? I'm losing my mind, bro. Who is it? Who's the last midfielder? Rice thingy. Marino! How could I forget about the bus driver? I mean, he doesn't even count. Can you even count him as a midfielder at this point? Because one thing we need is a creative midfielder, whether that's left 8 role. I know they're saying Rice is going to play there right now, but for me, whether that is a creative midfielder who could play left-sided 8, right-sided 8, or 10, whatever the hell you want to call it, because the way Odegaard plays for me, he doesn't look like a 10, bro. He looks like another 8. But for me, a creative midfielder other than Odegaard is needed in this team. Because when you look at, especially this season, Odegaard not had a great season. People are going to say injury, The guy still played about 2/3 of the season and started most of them games. That's another thing about Odegaard. The guy needs competition, just like Saka over the last couple years. No backup for this guy. This guy plays almost every single game for the club. And whether his performance stink, whether they're trash, this guy will still start next week. We already know this. So for me, and not only that, I feel like another creative midfielder would be very good for this team. Obviously, Odegaard does have creativity in his game. He could break the lines. I think he's a very good player. My biggest problem with Odegaard is the fact that he has the captain's armband. I would take that off of him. But as a player with ability, I think he's 100% up there. He's one of the best players in the team on his day. He really is very similar to Mesut Ozil, bro. It's ridiculous. The guy, last 2 seasons, the guy played at a very high level, almost won the league twice. Yeah, if we did our jobs last 2 seasons, we would have went back to back and probably should have. But turns up at home, away from home in the big games, he's not really there. So for me, whether that's an Alex Baena or that Sanchez guy at Bilbao, who's their top scorer this season, I think you need 100%. You need to go out and get another creative midfielder. Not only just that, but just to put a little rocket up there, like put a rocket up Odegaard's ass, and it'll be like, okay, I gotta look over my shoulder now because this guy can come take my place. Because I feel like he's getting comfortable. I feel like that's another thing that's contributed to his very poor season at the club this year. I think the fact that he's barely had anyone to compete for his spot. Like, the guy went out injured. We played Trossard in the 10, bro. You have Ethan, who probably should be his backup. He's Saka's backup right now. He's Saka's backup playing on the right wing. So you can't plug it out. Me preferably, I would, whether that's a creative midfielder whatever you want to do, probably what's going to happen with Ethan is probably going to dictate what we do in the window. If you're going to use, right now it looks like that Ethan is going to be Saka's backup on the right wing, when realistically, he probably should be Odegaard's backup, and we should be looking for, I really should be talking about getting a right winger, but you know, Arteta, what did I say about Arteta with the defenders? This guy loves to move players around in different positions. So he's taking Ethan, who's a 10, and he's put him in the attacking line on the right wing. So for me, another creative midfielder is needed just to ram a rocket up Odegaard's ass so we can look over his shoulder and be like, oh yeah, I may not have it start next week if I play like shit today. So that's number 3. Now we move on to the top 2, and we move on to number 2. And I talked about this yesterday. If you've seen the short I put out and on my TikTok, go follow that, by the way. Big up, everyone. The link is in the description. Yeah. Follow my Twitter as well, by the way. But left wing. Now, I'm going to be talking about prayers, but left wing is a position that we really need to improve on. Because for me, going into next season with Saka, not Saka. Nope, we can go in there with Saka 100%. Left wing, going into the next season with Trossard and Martinelli is a no-go. I'm sorry, we cannot go into those two. Cannot be our left wing options next year, because the biggest problem for Arsenal this season, the attack, whether that's the striker missing chances, whether that's Martinelli missing chances, Trossard missing chances. Go look at that PSG game and it'll tell you exactly why this club needs to go by in the forward line, whether that's on the left, up front, wherever, bro. Saka's the only one in this team who stays in the attack and is like levels above. Like he is head and shoulders above every other attacker we have at this club. Havertz constantly missing chances. Look at Martinelli in the PSG game, 1-on-1. I know Donnarumma's crack goalkeeper, but 1-on-1, bro, that's bread and butter. You got to finish that as a left winger. Trossard, who we even consider like one of the best finishers of the club, he's had a poor season goal scoring wise. Last season, he was great off the bench, and he could, like we said about Arteta, he loves players who could play. He loves moving players around. Trossard could play in the 9. Trossard could play on the left. Martinelli, I mean, the guy could probably play on the 9. The guy came into the club under Emery. He was playing up front. He was playing as a 9, bro, and he was an absolute bagsman. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is this kid? I remember he scored I remember his goal compilation was absolutely mental. The goal against Chelsea, down the middle. That 5-5 game at Liverpool, Anfield, years ago, bro, he scored 2 goals playing up front. It was ridiculous. When he broke into the Arsenal team when we were in the Europa League, guy was playing up front. It wasn't really until Arteta came to the club that this guy started playing on the left wing. But in terms of targets we'd get, so for me, one of them two has to be sold. And right now, it's actually looking like it's Martinelli, because the club, I've seen rumors that Trossard's been offered a 4-year deal. A 4-year deal at 30 years old. Probably for the reasons I say. He could play centrally, he could play on the left. He's a better finisher. Definitely a better finisher than Martinelli over the last 2 years. Less injuries. What else is there? There's one more point I was going to make. And he's better off the bench as well. Way better off the bench. That's the one thing I always said about Trossard. Number 9, Number 9 super sub, perfect role. I always said that was Trossard's perfect role. That's all. Last season we used him perfectly. Start a couple games when players are whether players are injured or out of form, and then in the big games, like he did it like against Bayern Munich, came off the bench, boom, back the goal, back the equalizer. So the guy off the bench is 100% useful. I think he's got a lot more. I think Martinelli's a better ball carrier. Obviously, he's got more pace. But I think in all those other attributes, I think he's better. Now, in terms of who I would go get, yeah, have you seen the TikTok I put up yesterday? This club for me has to go out and at least try, show some ambition. That's the only thing you can ask about the club. I don't demand the club to go out and sign X, Y, Z. Like, I'm not going to get upset. Bro, if they can go out and just, like, try for Rodrigo, because there's no shame in going out and making an attempt to sign a big boy player. When you just go out there and make the attempt, you could see the ambition. You could see the ambition there. So for me, this club should go out and try to get Rodrigo, and especially when you consider that the other target has been Nico Williams. No thanks for me. Especially when you look at them wages. Bro, if you're going to be paying a left winger them wages, not named Rodrigo from Brazil and signed from Real Madrid, that's a disgrace, bro. You should not be signing Nico Williams and giving him that kind of money. The only reason why, I don't even know why he thinks he deserves that money. This is what happens when you play for Bilbao, bro. And Bilbao, they have their fucking, their transfer policy of, players only from that region, which is why they don't buy players outside of Europe, which is why they have hella bread to give to players in wages. This is why this guy thinks he can go to fucking Arsenal or wherever he's going to go, Chelsea, Man United, wherever he's going to go. He thinks he can demand big boy wages. No, bro, you're not going to get big boy wages at a big boy club, because the only reason why you're getting big wages currently is because your fucking club doesn't spend money on buying players outside of Europe. You guys buy players only from a certain region, so you guys barely spend bread like that. So most of your bread is in your wage bill. So yeah, Nico Williams is a big no-go. It's a prayer for me, this club, to go get Rodrigo. Rodrigo, if he were to not come to Arsenal, I would get it. But on making the attempt and showing the ambition, I need to see that at a bare minimum. Right now, like, the rumors are that Arsenal is showing the most interest, but it's very smoke and mirrors right now as it stands. So we're going to see what happens with that deal. But Rodrigo would be the absolute dream on that left wing. Oh, my Lord. Please, bro. Rodrigo, please, man. So, yeah, left wing, number 2. And now we're moving on to number 1 on the list. Yes, we all know what it is. I've been screaming about it for 18 months, and probably every other Arsenal creator on YouTube, Twitch, wherever, bro, Twitter. This club needs a striker. Now, for me, there's 2. Yeah? As long as they're both Scandinavian. From Sweden. Yeah? Bring me one of the 2 Swedish strikers this club is linked to. The fucking dream is his name is Alexander Isak. Now, right now, that looks like a complete no-go. Because it looks like Newcastle are going to get Champions League this year. So, and it's been very well documented that if Newcastle get Champions League, Isak is going to stay at Newcastle next season. And he's won a trophy there as well. So it's not like he's desperate to leave because he's not winning anything. He's just won a trophy this year with Newcastle. And they beat Liverpool in the final. And he scored in the final. The guy's an unreal player. For me, I watched this guy play. It may be disrespectful to say, but I don't give a fuck, bro. He's the closest thing. Bro, he's the closest thing to Henry, bro. Like, if Arsenal signed him, like, I'd give him the 14 in a heartbeat, bro. But since that doesn't look likely, the most likely option, and this is an option I'm fine with either, bro. It's like me complaining about not getting Isak and getting this other guy is literally like a rich man complaining about not being able to drive his Bugatti and he has to drive his Lamborghini. If this club goes out and gets either Isak or Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon, I will be a very happy man up front. Because look at Liverpool when they won the league in 2020. Firmino wasn't a crazy bagsman. Great football player, but he wasn't a crazy bagsman, bro. Mane and Salah were the main goal-getters in that team. If you go sign a striker, Isak or Gyökeres, you got him, you got Saka. As long as Saka stays fit, doesn't have no injury like he did this year. If you have them 2, and then you have whether that's Rodrigo, Martinelli, or Trossard, whatever, one of the other 2 gets sold, you have them contributing like with their 6-8. And then you got Gyökeres or Saka obviously getting double digits, which they would in this team. 100%, this team would 100% cook up front. Because the amount of games, go watch the PSG game. Go watch Fulham away, the first 10 minutes specifically. Go watch the first 10 minutes of the Fulham away game in December, where we were absolutely dominating the game. 4-play FC, boom, 1-0. The amount of times I've seen this team miss big chances and go 1-0 down is insane. This season mainly. I didn't see that last season. Last season, it was more of like, okay, cool, we're pinning them down, we're waiting for the goal to come, but we were so solid at the back. This year at the back, it's been hella sloppy at times. We've let hella goals go in the back. Fulham game, PSG game, the amount of times we've conceded early as well is ridiculous. And if we take our chances that we don't miss, we probably don't even concede, and the game is completely different. The amount of times we've conceded the first goal while we're on top is insane, which is why I need this club to go out and buy a striker. Victor Gyökeres, I will gladly take. The guy's got, and the amount of people I see saying, "Oh, go get me Sesko." Yeah, go fuck yourself, bro. I ain't buying no fucking striker from the Bundesliga, bro. I've seen Timo Werner come here, bro. I'm good, man. Havertz came from the Bundesliga originally as well. He wasn't even that great at Chelsea, and then we decided to buy him for 65 fucking million. That's another thing. Havertz, bro, Havertz. 65 million, obviously way too much money. His wages are fucking mental, but the guy is going to be a squad player because we're not going to be able to sell him. Who the fuck's going to buy him, bro? Look at his wages. No one's going to. Saudi are going to be the only ones who could save us from Havertz, bro. So he can stay at the backup until a Saudi club get their finger out their ass and are ready to come buy him. So for me, number 1 position this club has to buy, and if this club does not buy this position listen to everything I said in this video. All the positions I named, all the players I listed. If a striker is not signed, it doesn't matter if we sign all of them. We can buy Rodrigo, we can buy Baena, We can go buy we can go snatch Hoiston from Real Madrid, even though that deal's damn near done. We can go get the best backup goalkeeper on the planet. If we do not sign a striker, we ain't winning shit next season. I can tell you that right now. A striker is number one. And also, it's the biggest difference maker out of all the players I just listed. Buying a striker would change so many with like the course of this season. If we had a Gyökeres or an Isak, the way certain games have gone this season, and there's about like 10, 15 of them I can list. 10, 15 of them would have gone a completely different way if we had a Gyökeres or an Isak up front. Like Everton at home, 0-0. We lost to West Ham at home. We didn't score at all. Like, there's hella games where we've just blanked, bro, and we've lost or drawn and dropped points. Look how many draws we have. A third of our season is literal draws. I tweeted it out a couple of days ago. We've had more draws this season than a Wiz Khalifa smoke sesh on 420. It's absolutely insane. So for me, striker, number one position. Sesko, no thanks. Go to Chelsea or some other club that's fighting for Europa League or Conference League or some shit like that. Gyökeres or Isak. Like I said, the striker, I'm cool with a striker as long he is Swedish and one of them too, man. But listen, I'm going to wrap it up today. Thought I'd make a top 5 about the transfer window. The transfer window, I don't think it opens till, I believe the transfer opens the 1st of June. And today is, what's today? Today is the, hold on, let's feel. So yeah, today's date. So the transfer window opens in 16 days. So we got a little bit, about 2 weeks until the transfer window is officially open and players' deals can start get done. So yeah. So big up everyone that tuned in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Big up everyone who tuned in. My top 5 Arsenal transfers for the 2025 summer transfer window. Berta, I beg you get these deals done. And Arteta, I hope your talent ID stays out of the way. I'm out.